Hey guys, Matt McNeil coming to you from the garage on this Sunday afternoon, working on 4 Amy's at once because I find that it is beneficial for me to do multiple masks at a time as opposed to one at a time. Because if I'm mixing red paint or I've got the rubber cement out, why not do 5 instead of 1? And that way I can maximize my day in the garage. But so anyway, yeah, I'm working on 4 at a time. And as you can see, I've got teeth in all of the ladies. I've got hair glued down, which is awesome. I got that done yesterday. Today, I am gluing in and epoxying teeth, adding slobber. I don't know if you can see the slobber here and here and here. This one's yet to be slobbered. Also, I've yet to glue in this particular Amy's teeth. And as we've discussed in the past, these are 3D resin printed and made specifically for her, as well as the inner mouth. If you take a look in there, you can see Amy's inner mouth. So I'll glue these outer teeth in a manner to obscure that just enough, but to still give you that peak at the depth that's going on there, which I think is really great. The tongues came out really well, and anyway, I couldn't be happier about how all of that sort of got sorted out. But what I really wanted to talk to you about, and we've talked about a little bit in the past, is hair. Again, I'm buying wigs that have a lace front. They don't have a widow's peak on them. And so they do have, when you buy a lace wig, an extra bit of, actually it goes this way, you can see where I cut the widow's peak out of this one, see that? So anyway, it literally, they deliver like this, right? And they want you as the consumer to trim this to the hairline that you want, but you can take a tool like this, which has got a tiny little barb on the end of it. You can see, it'll focus, probably not. Trust me, there's not only the hook, but then at the end of the hook, there's a little bitty barb that allows you to stick your hook through the lace, snag a couple of hairs at a time, and pull it back through the lace, and then tie it, basically crocheting a hairline. So anyway, I've gone through and I've done all of these. I've done the one that's in the house, which is the #1 mask, which is the mask that, I set myself the latitude to figure out all of this stuff in hopes that #1 will be a good mask and will lead to the rest of these ladies. So you figure out the paint job, you figure out how you're going to do the teeth, how much resin are we going to use, or epoxy on the teeth, all of those things. Are the eyeballs going to fit? Just all of the painting the hair and all of those things in order to get them to a point where I'm comfortable to use that version as the template for the next batch of masks. And with these and all the masks that I do, I definitely limit these. So there will be an end to the Amy, and I would say that I'm going to stick very, very close to the 20 masks that I usually produce before I move on to something else. I might reserve 5 at the end, just in case I want to go 25, because there's been a lot of interest in this particular piece, and I still feel like 25 isn't going to undermine any collectors in regard to buying this stuff. So I might give myself a latitude over the next however long, 6 months or a year, to finish maybe 5 more. But the initial run, the plan is 20, so that I can start sculpting something else. So anyway, even though we've talked about the hairline here, one of the things we really never talked about, I don't think, I might have mentioned it, but I don't think I've shown it to you. If you think this is tedious and a real pain in the butt, wait till you get to the eyebrows. And the thing I will say is, it's a lot easier, in my opinion, to fake, to glue a hairline with rubber cement and hair or Mod Podge matte, and make a hairline that way, specifically if you have a mask where the hair is going to hang over it, so you're only going to catch a glimpse of it here or there. But with Amy, her hairline was so prominent, particularly with this, I better put this hook down before I start yanking hair off, so prominent with this widow's peak, that, you really want to see it so it feels like it's growing out of the thing. But anyway, I digress about hairlines, because what I want to talk about is another spot on the body where Amy has hair, and that would be her eyebrows. Now, in the past, all of the masks that I have done to date don't have eyebrows. If you think about Eddie Quist, and you think about Michael, and you think about Evil Ed, even Jack Goodman, no eyebrows. And the one thing about eyebrows is because they're really short hair and they're directional. I mean, it's a real pain to lay an effective, in my opinion, eyebrow with rubber cement and hair. So what I did was I said, oh, okay, cool. You know, I'm going to trim this off anyway. So what I'll do is I'll ventilate my own eyebrows. I got real cocky and decided to do that. And when the hair was really long, it looked awesome. You know, it laid in a direction and it looked really cool. And then when I went back and tried to trim them short, they literally went, and they looked like caterpillars. They looked horrible. So the search was on for an alternative to both gluing and ventilating it myself. And lo and behold, there are things called eyebrow wigs. Can you see that? Which are already pre-ventilated eyebrows. Now, the one thing I will tell you is it's really difficult to find brown ones. Most of them are black, and the browns that you can find are dark brown, but that's fine because Amy's eyebrows and all the reference pictures are either like a dark brown or almost a black color. So that worked in my favor here, but if you were doing, you know, Rutger Hauer or something from Blade Runner, you might have a hard time finding blonde eyebrows. But anyway, so I found these guys. Awesome. I glue them on just like I do the hairline. If you can see, I've got for this one here, it's still got a little clear matte Mod Podge drying on the netting part, because if you look very, very closely, you can see, my hands are disgusting, sorry. You can see where the ventilated lace sort of extends beyond the eyebrow itself. So what you want to do is once you get it glued down, you want to come back with a little clear matte Mod Podge, and you know, just put it on there. It'll secure them a little better, but it also will make that lace go away a little bit more. So anyway, I just wanted to let you know these are on Amazon. They're called eyebrow wigs. They can be very expensive, but if you look hard enough, you can find some that are perfectly suited for what we're doing, and they're not that bad. You know, maybe $15 a set, somewhere in that neighborhood, $14, $15 a set. And I'm going to tell you that may seem expensive, but if you've ever tried to ventilate eyebrows, that is the bargain of a lifetime. So I'm just saying. So anybody who's got eyebrows on a mask and they really want to do something like that, look for the ventilated or lace eyebrow wigs. Type in fake eyebrows, eyebrow wigs, that kind of stuff in Amazon, and this will come up. You can also get mustaches and beards and the whole 9 yards. And the other thing that I would say too is don't always think about this being what it is. And the same thing goes for beards and mustaches and things like that too. Like, had I not found eyebrows, I probably would have gone, next look would have been for sort of a pencil finish mustache, and I would have cut it and trimmed it, because you can trim this stuff. So I would have trimmed it and made my own eyebrows. And the same thing is true with beards. Like if you've got a character that has like a horseshoe, you know, kind of Gallagher, if you know the comedian Gallagher, sort of, you know, Captain Steubing hairline around the bald on top, you could get a couple of beards and cut them apart and effectively make an entire ventilated hairpiece with something that's already been done. And I'm going to tell you, this stuff right here takes forever. So whoever's doing this is for $15. Keep doing it, because I'm going to keep buying them. So anyway, there you go. Eyebrow wigs. It's a thing. Use them. They're great. And I'm going to get back to these ladies here. Yeah, I'm going to make some epoxy and make this one drool. So yeah, thanks a lot, guys. Have fun in your garages on Saturday or wherever it is that you're doing stuff, and you know, make a mask. Have a good Sunday.